Hey Gemini, um, if you saw your reading for Gemini season, for your own season, um, then you might have related to dealing with coming out of a disappointing situation, something that didn't go your way. For some of you, it was, I feel, career related, financially related, or it could have been relationship, family related. And you were coming out of it, the universe gave you a really good message, that you'll find the balance. Everything always works out. Everything always balances out. And, help will be there for you. But in the long-term outcome, it did show that the path was unclear to you. There would be a new opportunity, but it was showing up slowly. There would be a new inspiration, a new potential gift from the universe for you, but it was unfolding slowly. So I'm hoping that you raised your vibration and your expectations and things are moving along well for you. So what this is, Gemini, is a bonus kind of refresher reading for you for the rest of your season, for the rest of Gemini season. So it should go approximately through June 21st. And the reason I'm giving you this bonus reading is that for my first ever Gemini reading for this season, you guys were the second most views for my, my fairly new channel here at YouTube, and for my first reading ever for Gemini. So, so here we go, Gemini. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. And let's get a card for the situation for Gemini. What's going on now for Gemini? What is the current situation for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know? It is my intention, Gemini, to attract the best cards for, we have one, for those Geminis who, actually we have a couple here, so we have the first couple of cards, for those Geminis who will view this. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man reversed as the situation, and you might be having trouble seeing things from multiple angles. I just got. And then your challenge is the Five of Cups, which actually, the Five of Cups, okay, your challenge is definitely about how you're viewing things, how you're seeing things, Gemini. Okay, this could be still related to that disappointment that you were coming out of earlier in your Gemini season, or maybe you're still in that situation where you're emerging from the disappointment, when you're starting to get back on track, but it's just going slowly. But let's try to pick up this energy, right? Okay, can we get a card for the recent past for Gemini? The recent past for Gemini. Oh, that's like half the deck, so that's not going to work. Okay, let's start again. Boy, the cards were really jumpy there, Gemini. Okay, let's see. Can we get a card for the recent? Nope, we got one already. Okay. Okay. The Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, so it's still moving slowly, Gemini. We want to pick up this pace here and move forward. But you know what? That's what this reading is all about. The reason I do readings is actually so I can pick up on the energy of what's going on with others and guide them, because that's what I love to do. I love to be able to help people. So I'm hoping that if this does apply to you, if you resonate with this, Gemini, I hope that I can be of assistance. I feel like that's what I'm here for. Okay, so The short-term outcome, the Empress reversed. Okay, we're talking about, you know, the mother of creation here. We're talking about a major arcana here. But again, reversed. I'm feeling like we're moving slowly, Gemini. Okay, what is the desired outcome for Gemini? Let's see what we have. Okay, so as I was saying, it's my intention, Gemini, to always attract the cards that will best reflect what's going on with you and that I will interpret for you. Okay, so your desired outcome is the Four of Wands. Okay, that stable, happy home. You know, that four energy, and when we're talking about the home here, that stable four energy, you're desiring stability, okay, and happiness. And in your subconscious, you just don't see the path forward. You have, I'm sorry, the Two of Swords reversed. You're not seeing the path forward. Okay, so basically your situation here, Gemini, is, I mean, I feel like there's a message right in here with the situation. The situation with the Hanged Man reverse, the first thing that I got when I saw this was that you are not able to see things from varying perspectives. You're not able to see the other side of the situation or another side. You're not, okay, so if you are still dealing with that disappointment that we had a couple of weeks ago in our reading, I think you're having trouble looking at it in a different perspective. You're having trouble putting it in a more positive light, because also your challenge card here basically is telling you the same thing, right? You're only looking at the empty cups, but there are other upright full cups behind you. You know, I'm going to stick this over here so it doesn't block. So that's your challenge, is seeing things from a new perspective, seeing things correctly, okay? You're not recognizing what you actually have. And you know what it is? The recent energy, this slow movement is, I really feel like this is a continuation of the previous reading where there was a little bit of disappointment that you were trying to get over, but and the path was, it was unfolding slowly. It was really kind of the outcome, the positive outcome is there, but it was just unfolding extremely slowly. So, and the short-term outcome, the Empress reversed, okay? I think you are, I'm feeling a very slow, like, internal alignment, you know, like the path forward, you know, like the three, okay, put it this way, three energy is the start of the action, okay? The creating of something new. The Empress is about, you know, creation and creating something new. And I feel like this is the creation of the new life within you is the short-term outcome. It's just moving slowly, okay? It's moving slowly because you're not turning around and looking at the full cups that are right behind you. And it might be, these cups actually might be the support that you have from others, okay? But this is about the internal creation of you, the moving forward out of this situation, okay? This is the short-term outcome. This is the desired outcome, all right? You want to feel that stability and that alignment. I mean, that's clear as anything. And actually, so is this. Subconsciously, You don't see the path forward. You don't know what direction to go in, and you feel blindfolded. You cannot see the path. Subconsciously, you don't know what direction you're going in. Okay, all right. But the nice thing about this, Gemini, is that we can move forward from here. So can we get? Oh, that was fast. 2 cards jumped out. Advice from the universe and external influence here. So the universe is the devil reversed. This couldn't be any clearer. Let go of all those old, for some of you it's habits. It could be addictions, but I'm not even feeling that. It's more like habits and habits of thought and the way you think of things. Oh, I feel like there's some just negative vibration, Gemini, and it's time to refocus, okay? It's not that this is not a prediction, okay? This is advice. This is advice telling you to take the chains off, that you're holding on to, you are connected to, you are attached to an old way of looking at things, habitually bad, like self thoughts about yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking negative thoughts about yourself, Gemini, and you're wonderful. Oh my God, Gemini, you're really great, positive people, outgoing, and no need for this. Okay, so your external influence is that you think that this is a long, arduous journey. You think that it's a tough. This is your past experience of taking a long journey forward. You just feel like it's too, based on past experience, you feel like it's too arduous a journey for you to really get into alignment and create the situation that you want. But let me tell you something, Gemini. Been there, done that, and it's so much easier than you think, okay? All right, we need 2 more cards, but can we get one for the hopes and fear? All right, we actually have 3 more cards. So we have the Knight of Swords reversed in the hopes and fears, and we have the 6 of Cups reversed in the outcome, and the Knight of Cups reversed in also with the outcome. We have 2 cards for the outcome here. Okay. All right. So so the Knight of Swords reversed. Again, there's this fear that you don't know how to move forward. And this fear that is going to take forever, and that you don't know which direction to go in, and it's going to take a long time, and it's, you just don't, you feel totally out of alignment here. You don't see the path forward, and again, you think that it's going to be difficult and take a long time. And here's the thing. With the Six of Cups reversed, I feel like you are going to be able to leave the past behind, okay? You're going to be able to leave the past behind. But you're not in alignment with any of this. So you don't see the path forward. And I feel like this is, with this outcome with the Knight of Cups reversed, you can't see the direction that this is going in. It's very slow, and you can't get in alignment with this emotionally. So I really do feel that this is all about your focus. Okay? All right. So let's just recap this. I believe this is a continuation of the original reading for you guys for the entire Gemini season, May 21st to June 21st, okay? You're moving out of it. The movement is very slow because you're having trouble seeing it from different sides, from seeing a different perspective about it, okay? And, big time, because your situation is the Hanged Man. And then the challenge is basically you turning around to see what you really have. Okay? Now, the short-term outcome, it's all about the recreation of you, the inner recreation of you. It's not some new project, it's you. This is all about the inner you. You want everything to work out. You want stability. Okay? That's clear. But you don't know what direction to go in. So what we need to focus on here is not what's going on, but how do we get this focus changed and this energy moving in the right direction so that we can okay, here's the beauty of this, folks, is that, listen, I actually hope that this does not relate to you, my Gemini friends, because it's a little bit, it's a little slow. It's not like fun and happy and exciting. It's a slow getting in alignment here. But the nice thing is that if this does relate to you, this is not a prediction. This is here to guide you. So I'm going to say that the most important cards in this reading are, the challenge is just, you need to turn around and look at what you have. So I'm going to put that back over there. You need to turn around and see what you have. Stop focusing on what's not going well and turn around and focus on what is right. Because you must have things in your life that you love, people that you love, people whom you love, things that are going well for you. So you need to turn around and look at what you do have. You need to know that you need to focus on the internal creation of you, the recreation of you. And probably the most important part is the advice from the universe. The advice from the non-physical spiritual world is that you are holding on to beliefs, ideas, habits that do not serve you, and you must unchain yourself from these. You must release yourself from these. How do you do that? Easier said than done? Well, if you try to let go of them, yes. But what you need to do is replace them with new focus, with new thoughts, with a new way of looking at things. So, Gemini, this is your assignment. Please, if this reading relates to you, you must, quote unquote, do the work. You must take the time to refocus. Again, hopefully this doesn't resonate with you, but if it does, it's all about your focus. So what can you do? Well, you can start by meditating every morning. Take 15 or 20 minutes and purposely quiet your mind. Do it by focusing on your breath, getting a sound app and choosing a sound like air conditioning or ticking clock and focusing on that. Even using a guided meditation But what you want to do is quiet the chatter in your mind and raise your vibration. And do that in the morning, first thing in the morning, and that sets you off on a good start for the day. Also, take some time to physically write down positive aspects in your life, whether it's relationships, whether you have people that on whom you can focus and write down all their good qualities and what they mean to you and how much you love them and how much they love you. If it's a job that you love, if it's a vacation that you are planning or a vacation that you took, whatever positive aspects you can focus on. Listen, just go outside and look at nature and literally focus on and write down all the beautiful things you see. I love to watch birds, and that makes me feel good. You know what also makes me feel good? Talking to people like you and helping you raise your vibration. Okay, obviously, it would be better if I were talking to you face to face, because we can also play off each other's vibrations and raise that energy together. But you can talk to friends, confidants, partners, spouses, parents, children, and raise each other's vibrations. Talk about all the wonderful things that you have. But this is all about focus, Gemini. If this reading resonates with you, it's all about focus. So the way you release or get rid of, so to speak, these old thought habits, these old negative thoughts about yourself and about your future and about where you're going, the way you get rid of those is to replace them with new focus. You have to remember, the universe is not what you think it is. It's not what we think it is. You know, we get all caught up in our daily lives and our daily routines, but we are non-physical beings here having a physical experience, but we came here for fun, joy, and expanding ourselves, creating ourselves. Oh, I love that. That just came up, because this Empress here in reverse, what I get from this is the recreation of you, the internal recreation of you, and replacing those old negative thoughts about yourself and your future with a positive outlook, because this is not meant to be a serious existence. However, we get all caught up in our observations of things going on in the world, and we let that affect our vibrations, and then we forget what we're really here for. We chose to come here to create and expand ourselves and to do it in a fun way. So, you know what? Try to remember that this life is like a play. We are actors in a play, but we get to ad lib. We get to create our own lives. We get to create our own lines. We get to choose the other characters with whom we mix things up, and that it's not serious. We are essentially non-physical beings, and this is just a temporary stop on an eternal journey. So let's not take it so seriously. And if you can remember that, it will make it so much easier for you to replace the old negative thoughts about yourself and your future with hopeful, positive ones, knowing that you create your reality with your vibrational output, which means it matters what you focus on and it matters what you think about. So if you can focus on the internal creation of you and the expansion of you and how wonderful that is and how you came here for joy and fun and just for the experience of it all, then it makes it so much easier to realize that everything is always working out for you, and that the future is what you make of it today, basically. The vibrational essence of the future is based on the vibrational output of today. So Gemini, refocus, replace those old negative thoughts about yourself and your future, and this outcome will be like, you can't even believe what the outcome could be, okay? You know, it could turn out to be the world, the sun, the Wheel of Fortune upright, you know, who knows? Whatever it is that you want, you have to expect that it is coming. And it will. Either it will come just like you expected, or something that matches the vibration of that will come. Okay, Gemini. If this reading does resonate with you, I hope you will take all of that advice to heart and listen to the message from the universe. And if you enjoyed this reading, I would just ask you to support the channel by liking, and even if you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful. But with that, I will tell you that you can expect to see your next reading at the start or just before the start of Cancer season. So Geminis, refocus and go forward with positive expectations. Much love to you.